When you think of droughts, one of the first images that might come to mind is a farmer losing crops. But there are other effects you may often overlook. Meteorologist Annie Brown spoke with a climatologist from the National Drought Mitigation Center to find out more.
It's been much drier than normal over the last several months, leaving parts of green country looking more brown instead.
You tend to see rapid ramp up, and then you could have just as quick of relief too. And so I think that's part of that is the aspect of what we're seeing with the changing climate, that these extremes are just happening more rapidly and bookended up against each other, where 15, 20 years ago we weren't really seeing it, or we weren't seeing it as much as we are now.
Farmers and ranchers are hit hard by these extremes, but it's a growing issue that impacts all of us.
Folks in urban areas, hey, when you turn on that tap, how can you conserve? How can you, maybe not water your yard if you have a lawn, or can you use water more wisely than you are using? We always think of agriculture as being a big user, and they are, but when we get into these urban areas, folks need to understand that their water does come from somewhere, and drought is going to impact it.
We were especially dry last summer and fall and wanted to know if we would be able to recoup what we lost.
At what point do those they don't really count anymore? And that's a difficult discussion to have, because every area is a little bit different on how that system can handle that.
Despite a possible strong spring weather pattern, the U.S. Department of Agriculture says the Central Plains looks to remain in drought for some.
We do need to be cognitive of people and what they're going through, and I think has been well documented, the mental health issues of rural America, especially. You throw a drought on top of that, and you see a lot of folks in some tough situations.
Brian went on to mention that he's glad the government programs through the USDA are out there and helping these folks get by. And the Drought Monitor is a big part of that. Reporting in studio, meteorologist Annie Brown, 2 News Weather.